everybody, and welcome to Curtis's Podcast Network. I'm the host of the channel. My name is Curtis Brown, and we are talking For the Shoe Friday here on a Thursday because we just be rolling like that sometimes. That's right. 4 pods, one day. How can we do it? We just did. Whatcha? Okay.
Because
Joining
we're
me as
awesome.
always. Joining me as always, our resident Colts fan, Jeffrey Steckel. Jeff, how you doing, bro?
Good. Tired. Had a long drive, but I'm good.
Okay, that's good. Well, the Colts have been busy. A lot of injuries and other unfortunate circumstances for the running back room. Something that was going to be leaned on pretty heavily in AR's development. So let's lead off with the, um, I guess, the more depressing of the two, Jonathan Taylor's not at camp right now. He's trying to negotiate a bigger deal on the final year of his rookie deal, and he's 24 years old and getting a stalemate, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah. He, you know, he has been at training camp, and he's kind of walking around like an old man. Like I saw a video, and it's like one side saying, "Oh yeah, he had, he out of nowhere, I guess, reported back problems. He said he never did." Like this whole thing is just turned into a sideshow disaster. And Jonathan Taylor, up until now, has always carried himself as the quiet team first. Never really made it like I guess a ruckus about anything. And then all this shit just kind of transpired over the last few weeks. So just kind of made everything kind of a we have a rookie quarterback coming in. I think we have a great rookie class coming in, and it's just this isn't what you want right now. Like this is one of the top running backs in the league, and it's no matter who you blame. I mean, I'm sure there's some blame on Ursay. I mean, you know, probably publicly don't discuss the shit, but at the same time, I mean, Jonathan Taylor's coming off of an injury riddled year, and running backs aren't valued at where they were. It's just like it's kind of the reason for the stalemate. It's the reason that Barkley went through what he went through, and Jacobs, it's going to keep happening until something's done with the players in the NFLPA. Like I don't, it's not up to Ursay to I guess restructure the market. So,
yeah, very good point. Very good point. And then that leads us to the backup, the man who.
And that's not to say that I don't want him. I'm just saying, like, I want him to play. I want him to earn an extension, and I want him to be here for at least another few years. But
yeah,
we'll see how it all shakes down.
Yeah. That leads to his backup, who broke his arm and is going to be out for 6 weeks. That being Zach Moss, somebody that the Colts traded for with the Bills last year. Sent Naeem Hines. They got Zach Moss. I think there was exchanges of draft capital. I can't remember. But Naeem Hines basically broke his thing, and now he's out for the year, I
he's
believe.
done for the year.
Yeah. And then Zach Moss broke his arm, and he's going to be out for, 6 weeks. So that's kind of an interesting hand to be dealt.
Reports are showing up.
Yeah, and he might, but an arm for a running back where you got to use that thing as a shield and a way of protecting yourself, like with the stiff arm. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But that's definitely an odd place
to be in the bottom.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw the comment.
You're fine. But that does lead us to the free agent discussion. There are quite a few free agent running backs worth, kicking the tires on, perhaps. Ezekiel Elliott, 27 years old. Dalvin Cook, 27 years old. Kareem Hunt, 28 years old. Um, of those three, which do you think would fit the best in Indianapolis?
Um, I would if we're not really talking about money here, I would probably say Dalvin Cook. Um, I personally I just like the style. I like the way he ran. But I feel like he's kind of in the same boat with I'm not saying as good as, but kind of up there. As far as I at least consider to be uh, one of the top running backs. So just I feel like he'd be kind of a quick plug and play running back. Like I don't know if you need, a couple of games to get ready. I think he'd just be someone that you just throw into the starting lineup and he'd be good to go. But if they don't want to pay Jonathan Taylor, I feel like Cook's he's probably not commanding anywhere near as much, but I don't think he'd be a cheap running back either. So
Yeah,
I feel like I feel like Hunt would probably be the more I guess realistic. He's bounced around, but he had a lot of success. Um, especially in Cleveland. So I like what he brings to the table in the passing game.
yeah, he is quite versatile, and he would give AR somebody to dump it off to. I I think he
But
would be a pretty good 1 year fix.
I'm even looking at the running back that they drafted. What's his name? I think Evan Hole. I think they grabbed him in the fourth round, and man, that he's like I think he ran a 40 that was like 8 hundredths of a second slower than Jonathan Taylor. So
Okay.
he's another speedster. I even the rookie might even be worth a look. But if they want to bring in that veteran presence, I would lean more towards Cook. But realistically, it'd probably be Hunt.
Yeah. Is there anybody else that you can think of that would be appealing?
Uh, Not really. They
Like would
signed. I guess they signed a local kid. What was his name? I just had it too. Um, Toriano Clinton is a guy they just signed. Apparently, he's a local kid from what is it? UIndy. Never
yeah,
heard of him. Signed. Apparently, he broke all kinds of records with that school. So you know, he
there
just
we
got
go.
he did, according to his stats, he didn't run the fastest 40. But I think you said earlier maybe he's got good vision. Maybe
Yeah.
he's just a depth signing. I don't know.
I mean, it would be kind of funny to see, Blake is over here saying that y'all should get Zeke, but
No, I don't want crop top on the team.
I just think it'd be hilarious because he goes from Cowboys to the Colts, and it's just like you go from the guy to the horse. All right, fair enough. Um, let's see. You had talked before we started about how AR and Josh Downs are developing a connection in training camp.
Yeah, yeah, they're from the videos I'm seeing for that the Colts are posting. Obviously, I'm in Houston and I'm not at any training camps, but but yeah, they have some nice connections going. I think he has a couple touchdowns, so Downs has some touchdowns. But yeah, according to the stat sheet, AR, I think he's still completing about the same percentage that he was doing in college, like 54, 55% in training camp. At least that's what I saw in one of the reports. But I mean, shit, man, I'll take a lower completion percentage if he's not turning the ball over every damn drive. So
Yeah,
just as long as he's not careless with the ball, and it's just like timing, incompletions, that kind of thing. Well, no, understanding there hasn't been interceptions. It's just been some him adjusting to the speed of the game. So there's going to be
yeah.
some off time throws, things like that.
I
Um,
will. I
but
sent a link.
yeah,
I was gonna say I sent a link in the group chat of a Seth Payne video that he's a former Houston Texan, I think Jacksonville Jaguar as well. He was talking about how in training camp Marcus Mariota his rookie year didn't throw any interceptions, and how that was troubling
hmm,
because it means he's not like squeezing the ball into tight windows and trying to force plays to happen. You want to do that in practice, You don't want to try that in the game. The windows in the game are going to be a little different than they are in practice anyway, just because the stakes are higher and you play differently. But you want to try to pepper those things in. You don't want it to be like the only thing you're doing, but you want to make sure your fundamentals are solid, and that's great. But like you
Yeah,
want to be trying to make your mistakes in practice.
true. That makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, I haven't seen, I haven't watched, full days of training camp videos or anything, but
Yeah.
it's highlights. So they're gonna show the good plays. I saw, him to Michael Pittman. He made a really good toe drag. Um, Again, Josh Downs. Man, Josh Downs. There was a play. Unfortunately, he didn't wind up catching the pass, but he had a it was a red zone play, and he had a nasty juke on a guy, almost broke the dude's ankles. They had one guy running the other, and Downs is on the other side of the end zone. Like he's shifty, man. Like
Yeah.
it's like I don't know if it was just bad coverage or he just completely fooled the corner, but
Yeah.
he made that guy go a totally different direction. It was hilarious in the video, but I'm looking forward to seeing what Josh Downs can do, and him being that kind of security blanket for AR.
Yeah. Um, I don't really have any more Texan or shit, any more Colts related things. Do you have anything else before we get into Would You Rather?
I mean, there's still a lot of talk and like AR is getting a lot of the first team reps now, so I think that's pretty notable. Um,
Okay.
I I think I was saying it before. You take a guy fourth and you've been through quarterback hell for 6 7 years. It's just you get the guy fourth and you've got Gardner Minshew. He's gonna start, man. You got to start him. It's not like you
Yeah.
grabbed him in the third or fourth round. You took him fourth overall. So I
Just for the
I feel
record,
like
they're talking about, they haven't announced a starting quarterback in Houston. They're splitting first team reps, and by all accounts, they look about on par.
there's no way you take a guy second when your guy is Davis Mills. I'm just
I'm
saying,
just
man.
saying, he's got a leg up. He knows the system,
It,
and he's
it
been
would
in the
be it
league.
would be almost admitting that was a bad pick.
I
Like
don't
it's
think so.
in this day and age, like yeah, I mean, ideally, I mean, if we still had luck and he was going to retire in a year or two, and they knew this, okay, yeah, AR sit behind him. Like that's a no brainer. You got Aaron Rodgers coming in the league, you got Brett Favre, yeah, sit him. Like you have that luxury. Texans don't have that luxury. Colts don't have that luxury. It's just and get him more reps. Get him in
I
the
feel
guy.
like
Like at this
I feel
point,
like it only becomes a
can't get much worse
luxury,
than 3 and 4.
but I feel like it only becomes a luxury when you have expectations of success, which I don't think Houston has. Like, I think Houston's expectations in the media and in the football scope of things is on the high end 7 wins. You know what I mean? Like, so, you
Yeah,
know, I'm not gonna sit
a lot
here
of
and
people have
bang
the
the
Colts picking in
table.
the bottom 5 again.
Look, I'm just saying, I don't know that even if Davis
I
Mills
got
were
you.
to start, that, he's gonna start forever, but, you know, he's given it everything he got. And if Minshew's doing the
Yeah,
same, then they're at least, contemplating, because it is beneficial. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a conversation about it. Um,
yeah.
there is only so much you
Man,
can learn on the
I
sidelines, but there is something to learn on the sidelines.
true, but it's just and even I think I shared it in the group, shared it with the group. He had one of his pressers, and I think he had like a little minor nose surgery or something. He came out into the press conference. He's got all the at least all the local spotlight on him, and like, oh, how's your nose doing? He's like, well, I can breathe.
Yeah,
Like he just has this, he seems like he's well spoken. He has a good sense of humor. It seems like he's just trying to absorb everything. And
yeah.
I don't want to say that like I don't. There's probably an arrogance there, but
Uh-oh.
I just like the way he's carrying himself. Like he knows he has to improve. He knows he has areas of his game that need to get better, and he's embracing it. So that's what that's my main reason for optimism with him. That he's just not like shut off. Like, yeah, I know I'm the greatest.
Yeah.
When you start
Yeah.
doing that, you kind of get this mentality that you don't have room to improve. So
Yeah. Oh,
if there's nothing, I like his attitude and his personality.
I feel that. Um, and he does have a good personality. He's a polite kid. I've read all the stories that he.
Excuse me.
See, we got a comment here. Do you see Colts? Did you see Colts signing a running back out of the three they brought in for workouts? Um, let's see who they.
Let me see here.
Jeff, can you answer that one?
Yeah, they brought in what's his name, Kenyon Drake. Um, God damn, I'm trying to find the thing I saw. I know what he's talking about. Let's see. I don't know why that's showing up.
I've been busy, Nathan. I've been busy. That's why I don't have this front and center on me. But
Let's see here. Yeah, I know they brought in Kenyon Drake. I can't find the damn thing for some reason. My phone's acting retarded. Um, maybe,
oh, and they
but
brought in Amari Rogers.
yeah.
Okay.
Kenyon Drake, Amari, right? I can't remember. It was another. I don't think I've heard of the third one, but
Well, Amari Rogers is a wide receiver.
yeah. Brought him in.
Mm,
Let me see. Yeah, everything that comes up is still about freaking Jonathan Taylor. Like, yeah, I get it. Oh, there is an article. I speculated a while back maybe the Bills are trade for Jonathan Taylor.
Drake, Snell, and I don't know the other running back. So Kenyon Drake, Benny Snell, or a mystery third veteran. Honestly, Drake would probably be the most sensical option of the ones that you've given us. We can't really find anything on it, but I mean, if you can
I
find it
can't
and
find that
tag it
article.
on the video, then it'd be great. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I know
no,
I saw it
Drake would
earlier. I
be
can't find it
solid.
now.
Um,
Yeah, he had some good years in there too.
yeah,
I'd still probably
all
lean more to Hunt, but they didn't bring him in. So yeah, if they do, it'd probably be Drake. But I think right now I mean, despite Jonathan Taylor's issues and Zach Moss's broken arm, and they gave a timetable of 4 to 6 weeks. I don't like. I think Isaiah said it a while back. Like for it to be that timetable, it doesn't seem like that severe of a break. Like usually, like a broken arm would probably be longer than a month.
yeah,
So so maybe they
yeah,
got optimism that Moss will be back, and they like I just said they signed that guy Toriano, whatever the hell his
yeah,
name was, and they still had Hole that they drafted too. So
yeah. So
maybe
they
they're
got
comfortable with.
yeah, they got
No,
bodies.
I'm not. But
Yeah. All right. Um, would
Colts are
you
gonna quit
rather?
sometimes, man.
All right. Would you rather um, death by chicken or death by slipping on a bar of soap? I feel like they're both embarrassing ways to die. Like if somebody had to explain the way you died and it was death by chicken or death by bar of soap, I feel like
I
it,
you
it
know
half the people are laughing at that.
death in the shower is actually a pretty common thing.
I didn't say death in the
Slip.
shower.
It's actually more common than you think. Huh?
No,
Why the
I didn't say
fuck would
death in the
I
shower.
else
I
want to
said
fall on
death
a
by
bar of soap?
bar of soap. Could have been strategically placed.
How else would you die by a
Could be
bar of soap?
murder. How would you die by chicken? You know what I mean? Like unless you choke
I mean,
on
they
it.
can fuck you to death. I don't know.
Was it just gonna
Pretty well.
cluck your
I mean,
eyes
I'd
out
rather
or
it be an
something?
animal than just like someone just a well timed like bar of soap to the nose and
I was imagining just
I don't know, man.
like a cartoon style slip on the
Guess I'd
bar of
rather
soap, crack your head open or something, like or my head, whoever's. Um,
probably the chicken. I guess. I mean, at least it was an angry animal reason.
a
It didn't want to
angry
turn
chick.
into dinner.
Um, would you rather Anthony Richardson run for 1,000 yards this season, or um, Anthony Richardson? No, wait, or whoever they sign in the stead of Jonathan Taylor to run over 1,000 yards. Divine Ozigbo. Yeah, I've never heard of that guy, Nathan. Never heard of this man. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, knowing the Colts, they'll probably sign a Zigbo just because they like these weird ass names.
That's true.
Um, AR run for 1,000 or whoever they get to start in his stead if he doesn't start. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd probably say whoever the running back is get the 1,000 just because that would mean that the line's doing its job and he's not having to scramble as much, and he has a nice complementary piece to the offense. So I'd probably go with the running back running for 1,000.
Okay. Um, would you rather? Oh man, would you rather? Mm, you got one?
Um, I can use one that I'm with work. So
Go
I
for it.
work in a warehouse with no air conditioning. So, and it's, I mean, even right now on my thing, it just changed to 97 from 100 degrees. So like, would you rather work in a warehouse with like a fan or like outside in construction in this bullshit?
Mm. See, I've done
Which
that.
way do you want to die of heat stroke?
I've done both of them. I haven't been maybe in the Houston heat level, but I worked at
Like
UPS for a short.
60% humidity.
Oh, I mean, we be having humidity like that too for no reason. But um, I worked at UPS for a summer, and I was unloading trucks, and there was no fan. It was just stagnant hot air, and it was awful. It was as awful as you think it was. And
Swamp ass.
oh man, the worst. And I would be working overnight, so all these trucks have been just sitting in the sun all day, waiting on me. Ugh. Um,
Mm,
I'm gonna take outside though. I'm gonna take outside because at least I might be able
at
to
least
catch a
fresh air.
breeze. Yeah, fresh air, catch a
Yeah,
breeze.
no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, and we're constantly repairing shit, sanding stuff, so we just come home covered in sawdust and fucking swamp ass.
Mm,
Like
delicious.
I do it all the time, and it's like, but I also burn really easily, so it's I'm conflicted on it.
All
I'm I'm far too white to be out in this Texas sun.
right. All right. Would you rather drink chocolate milk or orange juice for the rest of your
Chocolate
life?
milk by
Yeah. What brand?
far. Man,
Uh,
I
More
think
of a
one of my
purity
favorite
man.
ones. Fuck, I can't remember. There was a what was it? I think it's a Kelowna brand. I don't know if you've heard of it, Kelowna soup, and it's fucking expensive. But
Okay.
yeah, their chocolate milk is really good. Like
Uh,
they pasteurize it, but it's like it's close to the teat as you're gonna get.
yeah.
So it's
Okay.
they pasteurize it to whatever the limits that it has to be, but it's like the minimum level of pasteurization.
I got you. I
There's
got
some
you.
people that try to get
Oh,
milk straight out of the cow.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that brand is as close as, but that chocolate milk. freaking good,
Have you had Purity?
and I
You got
hate orange
Purity
juice.
out there?
Purity?
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard of it.
What? Oh man, it's the best chocolate milk on earth. If you ever come to Tennessee, you gotta get you some. Um, okay. Would you rather you got to play a pickup game of basketball and you are the captain with your option of choosing Indianapolis Colts to fill out the rest of the team? Who would be the rest of your team?
Well, first, straight away, we're losing. I am. I do not play basketball. God damn. Yeah, I'm probably getting Jelani Woods on it. Dude is like
Mm,
6'7".
yeah.
In fact, I think Mo Alley Cox is up there too. I'm probably grabbing both of those tight ends. Um, let's see. And since Jonathan Taylor's still on the team, dude's fast. And you can't be very physical in today's basketball. I'd go Shaq Leonard just for the physicality of it, or like DeForest Buckner, but
Yeah.
you can't hit anybody.
Mm,
I
hmm.
don't know. I mean, I was gonna say something, but I'll probably get in trouble for saying it.
Yeah,
Um,
all right,
I'll
then
just
don't. Yeah. Yeah.
we can say it when we go off live. Uh, I'll probably grab MPJ last one.
Okay. Okay.
I'd like to grab one of those defenders, but
I'd go
I think
Michael Pittman Jr.
you can't hit anybody.
Michael Pittman Jr. I'd go Nick Cross, um,
Mm. Fair enough.
Jelani Woods. I would go. Um, I would go DeForest Buckner for sure. Yeah, that's my squad.
I think the only reason I went Mo, I think he played college basketball. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, a lot of two-sport athletes in
I
the
could be
NFL
wrong,
now.
but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, I think we're up against it here, so let's go ahead and wrap this thing up and call it a present. All right, folks. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to
All
thank
right.
Nathan and Blake for being in the chat. Jeff, I want to thank you for your time and your efforts talking about the Colts. Folks, be good people.